Tekken 8 is a little under a month and a half away. I can't believe it. We thought the game was, I mean, the wait just seemed ridiculously long, and now it's so close. And I know a lot of pros are excited, a lot of new people are excited to get into the series. This is going to be a really exciting time, especially with, making content and everything. So I'm looking forward to this release a lot. Even though I'm losing my main character, even though I'll have to do a lot of rebuilding, this is a very exciting time. We have a new weekly trailer. That's probably why you're here. Let's check it out.
Get ready for the next battle. Tekken 8.
Dragunov.
New challenger.
So I think his lore is that he's on vacation right now.
Sergei. Dragunov.
Nice Henley, bro. That's a cool outfit. Right, camera shy. Blue Spark running 2. Power low. Okay. Down to, oh, that's a new string. And then it looks like they're doing the thing where characters with crouch dashes can go into crouch dashes after some strings. They've been adding that to a bunch of characters like Leia, so it makes sense that he's doing. Whoa. Oh, it's still going. Usually attack throw is like end the combo. Oh my god, it's Victor. Of course they know each other. That makes sense. Spies and all that. Okay, so his snake edge instant tail spins. We've seen a lot of that out of many characters. Explosive wall. Oh, this is a new stage. We've seen like bits of it, but like a destroyed arena. That's kind of cool. Oh my god. That is a heat smash. I wonder how fast that heat smash is. Crouch throw. Crouch throw to heat. Oh, heat into tackle. Okay, heat engage combo. There's that string again to crouch dash. So it's a combo tool and like a mix-up tool. That's pretty cool. Oh, here's the rage art. Interesting that that last blue spark wasn't, or that last running 2 wasn't blue spark. Oh my goodness. That's a lot cooler than the Tekken 7 one. You don't have to wait as long. It has that snow effect. The effect is kind of extreme. Like, it takes over the whole screen. Like, it's really hard to see what's going on normally. Anyways, let's take a look at it at half speed and see what we could see. We can analyze. So, one of the top up-and-coming players in the US, Fear of Silence, is a Dragunov player. So, I'm expecting to see a lot of this character in the future for Tekken 8. Let's get started looking at his moves. Done pushing the camera away. So the first thing, yeah, blue spark running 2. I wonder if that's kind of like a king, where a king, if you do the fastest throw, like out of, like, if you do running shining wizard or any like of the running throw inputs, if you do it perfectly at full speed, you get a blue spark. So I wonder if that's the same case here. He gets a new power low. This is astonishing. That is really, really scary for a character like Dragunov, who is very strong small Tekken, right? He's like a poking character and a movement character. Giving him a power low is really, really scary. Like, look at, or even is staggered. I don't even know if that was a counter hit. The way that this character generates a lot of pressure is by using pokes and using his movement to generate whiffs, right? Like, he doesn't necessarily get huge reward unless you swing into running 2. So here, yeah, I don't see Raven hitting a button. It's possible he did, but it looks like just a sidestep. And here there's a big crumple animation. That is insane. Then Dragunov does 2-1 into crouch dash. I believe that's new. Part of the trend of Tekken 8 adding stance transitions for characters out of strings. In the same pattern, this looks like a crouching 1-4, which is a low. So it's a low mid string, I believe. So because he does down 2, he finishes in crouch, right? Then he does this 2-hit string. Raven is knocked back. It looks like that might give the wall crush animation where they bump into the wall and fall down. This is like, looks a little new. And during that, he goes into crouch dash. And then he does his textbook slide. Now, the fascinating part of this interaction is right after this, when Raven gets knocked back here. So that's a low mid string. I can only assume it's a natural combo because he strings them both together. That doesn't look like there's a counter hit. During this crouch dash, he has so many frames because Raven just does an innocent. Actually, I don't even know what kick that's going to be. I thought it was going to be a while standing 4. That might be a down forward 4. Either way, Dragunov completely outpaces him and gets a counter hit here. This is a launch punish on Soul Zone 4 from Raven. 2 kicks, tailspin, that's a new move. And then there you get this like triple kick flip, like a pseudo tailspin, new Tekken 8 mechanic. And then the string to end the combo. I don't know if this is new or not. I feel like it's new, but I believe the input is like back 4, 2. Usually, I think in Tekken 7, there wasn't a crouch dash out of it. You could just do these 2 hits, and then Dragunov has a mix-up of either doing the 3rd hit or doing some movement or continuing to poke you. Here, they give him a direct mix-up with this crouch dash. And what's fascinating here is he outpaces Raven again. Although I don't think Raven mashed immediately. It looks like Raven crouches for a bit. But if this guarantees a mix-up, that would be really, really scary, right? So he does these 2 hits. This one, second one hits. This is a guaranteed mix-up. That's horrifying. Counter hit, crouch dash 2. And then he gets the knee. I forgot the input of the knee, but it goes into this attack throw animation. And my first thought is this takes a really long time. And if he's going to use this in combos, like if this is his optimal combo and I have to see this every single time I'm eating a wall combo, that's going to get a bit old. But that said, it is kind of a cool animation, especially if you're going for like a kill with it. That would be kind of neat. Attack throws, again, are really flashy and stylish, but I think over long periods of like long sets or extended play, they can get really tiring to see over and over and over. Cool little interaction here with Victor. So Victor does his power crush high with a knife. Dragunov does, I believe, down back 3, and it does an instant tailspin. So a lot of the snake edges, the like evading high, low sweeps that are usually launch punishable if you block them, are instant tornadoes now. Seems like a nice little noob friendly nerf, or like newer player friendly nerf, because it's really hard to defend against these unless you train the reaction, right? Like unless you go into practice mode and practice reacting to it, it's hard to block these. So I think at a lower level you'll see the move used a lot, so reducing the reward on it makes it kind of cool. I think that's a nice change. Nice change to encourage more gameplay and keep people less frustrated. This is Heat Burst, nothing exceptional. And then this stage has the explosive walls. The explosive walls are really nasty, especially if your character can take them back and forth. What's interesting is, like, if you look at the stage in the background, see how the wall explodes, and then if we pause here, there are different segments of the wall that are glowing. So it looks like this stage, it's pretty clear to tell where the explosives are active. In some of the other stages, I couldn't really visually tell playing in the beta, like the Ortiz farm. I couldn't tell when the explosions were good and when they weren't. Okay, so back 4-3 is a heat engager. And then his heat smash is here. So I wonder how fast his heat smash is. It's kind of cool having an instant running to heat smash, since while running moves are traditionally some of the harder moves to master. They made it a bit easier in Tekken 8, but having instant access to that is probably going to feel really good, depending on tracking and things like that. Now this is crazy. 4-3 puts him in crouch. I don't think this is the first hit's a counter hit, so it remains to be seen if the second hit generates this effect on normal hit. I don't see why it wouldn't. It's usually rare in Tekken, I think, for you to get a counter hit property on the first move and that changing the property of the second hit of the string. Usually the first hit is counter hit and then the rest kind of follows along, if that makes sense. So here, Victor gets put into crouch. Dragunov gets a heat engage throw. We've seen a few of these. Asusena has one. King obviously has plenty, and this is a pretty cool little moment. So he does this crouching one, which we saw at the beginning of the trailer, and instead of going into the knee, he spends heat. You can see the little burst of heat at the bottom there, and goes into his running tackle. So my guess for his heat mechanic, because they didn't really show much, his heat mechanic might be some kind of attack cancel into the running tackle. And in Tekken 7, when he tackled you with rage, like he did the blue spark tackle, spending his rage drive, it was an unbreakable tackle. Like you had to take whatever follow-up he did. So I'm wondering if when he spends heat, that's the same thing here. It becomes unbreakable, and you have to, the only counter is like jumping back. Okay, heat engage here. There's that string again, this crouching one or full crouch 1-4, I believe. Now that was blue spark too. Now why is this a blue spark? Is this like, is there a perfect input for this as well? I think really clarity around what generates a blue spark makes it more satisfying for players. If you're just giving blue sparks all the time, it's kind of hard to tell, like, why is that there? Is this cool? Is this a cool thing? Or is it just visual? So I think keeping blue sparks behind like perfect inputs is the nice way to do it. And so far in Tekken 8, that is the case. Law has it. King has it. So it appears Dragunov is also doing the same thing. And you'll notice that his running 2 here that starts the slow-mo is not a blue spark. And I think that's kind of visually apparent because he takes a step forward right here before he even runs forward. He takes a step and then does running 2. So I have no reason to believe it's any different. But yeah, thoughts on the trailer? I was a bit underwhelmed, I think, maybe just because Dragunov is really cool in like the whole Tekken fight. Like, I like seeing Dragunov move. I like seeing him pressure and poke. So it's kind of weird just seeing his moves alone. I think they did a nice change with his rage art, making that a bit more less waiting and more like flashiness right away. Honestly, I thought his attack throw here might have been a cool rage art. This thing where he hits the knee after this wall splat. This is kind of nasty because he does all these hits, right? But because it's an attack throw coming off of one hit, how does this work for the wall combo system? So for wall combos, if you don't know, if you get a high wall splat, you get 1 hit and then 2 hits. And then on the 3rd hit, they'll start to fall really fast and you can't combo them anymore usually, unless you have like a fast string. Here, because of the high splat and then this attack throw, does this count as 1 wall hit? Because if that's 1 wall hit, that's really, really nasty, right? So here, wall splat, high wall splat. Then this, he doesn't contact the wall. So Dragunov's doing all these punches, and then he does this instant tornado kick. Is this the 4th wall hit or the 1st? It looks like the 1st, because look at how Raven does not slump down after this hit or this hit, and then the 3rd hit hits grounded. So Dragunov's wall game might be disgusting, like his wall combo damage. But aside from that, and his new like string mix-ups that they gave him, it doesn't look like he has like a super horrifying heat mechanic. It doesn't feel like he's heat engaging off of ridiculous moves, except maybe that 4-3. But that 4-3 isn't even totally ridiculous, right? Because Jin can land his standing 4 on counter hit and then get a heat engager. So I'm concerned isn't the right word because I just have no idea how the character functions, but it's a little weird to not see a lot of heat strength out of this character, which could be fine because the character's basic Tekken has traditionally been pretty strong, right? Like Dragunov was a menace in Season 1 of Tekken 7, and it looks like the stuff they're giving him is a nice adjustment to Tekken 8, like these string mix-ups into crouch dash. Nothing too flashy or exceptional, but this new tackle mechanic in particular could be a problem. I don't know how you'd be able to handle this outside of jumping on a read, right? So like in Tekken 7, if he does this to you out of rage drive, you have to jump back to counter it. And I don't know if you have time to react. Victor sidesteps here. That's obviously a movement commitment. I wonder what the windows of time will look like. This is a character that'll definitely have to be explored and played. I think you don't get a lot out of his trailer. In general, the trailers don't show too much about how the characters function, but it is cool seeing Dragunov again. His update is really nice, and I think his rage art is a big upgrade. You don't do a lot of waiting. Those are my thoughts on Dragunov. I'm looking forward to trying him out, and then I know a lot of popular players play Dragunov as well. Can't forget JDCR, of course. Yeah, hope you guys enjoyed that. Leave a comment if I missed something. There's a lot going on in these trailers that sometimes I'll tunnel vision on some things and miss other things. Leave a like if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to see more. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.